Hi garden friends, welcome to the channel. I'm Era and this is Gardening on Purpose. I garden in Georgia, Zone 8A. For today's video, I will be jump starting some lily bulbs that I bought a few weeks ago. For this project, I bought some lily bulbs from Home Depot and Walmart. So first up, we have this guy here, which is an Oriental mix. This Oriental mix, I recognize the Casa Blanca, which is the white one, the Stargazer, which is this really nice reddy pinky one here. I don't know what this one is. This package doesn't actually tell me the types. I do recognize two of the three, but this doesn't tell me what this particular one is. No biggie though. All I know is that it's an Oriental mix. Oriental mixes are Oriental lilies, actually. They are the ones that bloom later on in the season. They are very fragrant, opposed to the Asiatics that are also very beautiful, and I have those in my yard too, but those are not fragrant, and those bloom earlier on in the year. So I have a few packages of these that I hope to add to the garden. Then I also have some Casablancas by itself. These, for whatever reason, are a little bit more expensive. These were from Home Depot for $9.99 for only 5 bulbs. And these are the white ones that smell really, really divine. Also from Home Depot, I bought a bigger pack. This one here is a mix of Presidente and Stargazer. I bought these last year. They did well, but I ended up giving them away because when people come to my yard, I like to give them, gifts and stuff. And of course, the gifts that I usually give are plant or garden related, and people always appreciate plants, and these do really, really well in my yard, guys. This was 10 bulbs. It looks like it's going to be 5 of a Stargazer and 5 of Presidente for $14.98. Also in this container, we have some tiger lilies. I absolutely adore tiger lilies. These guys have brought so many hummingbirds to my yard. And it's so funny because usually when you look up stuff that says what brings hummingbirds around, like what plants should you plant, and you kind of see the same plants over and over. Very rare do I see it says tiger lily. But from my experience in the last 2 years, having these tiger lilies in my yard, I can tell you from firsthand experience, this guy, I don't know what is it about tiger lily, because they're not funnel shaped. They're not like trumpet shaped like the usual things that they tell you that the hummingbirds like, but they absolutely go nuts for tiger lilies. And I couldn't wait for the season so I could buy me some more. Again, these were not that very, they weren't that cheap. They were 5 bulbs for a whole $10. All these lilies require full sun, good drainage. Then I also have some gladiolas. I've had gladiolus in my yard. I've had them in containers, and these critters have dug them up. I've had them in the ground. They have bloomed really, really well, but they haven't come back. And I'm not sure if gladiolus is supposed to come back for me, because maybe it wasn't mulched properly, because I am in zone 8 and it says it's hardy from zones 8 to 10. But I've noticed that they have not come back. But when I do plant them, the year that I plant them, they have performed. They're really, really great in vases. They're really, really great for hummingbirds, and it's really a beautiful plant. And they have all types of colors. This is one of the plants that you can have, red, yellow, pink, purple, really white, pastel, peach, all kinds of colors. Does really, really well in my yard. So those are the ones I believe I have. I don't believe I have any other type of lily in here. Okay. So also what I have for this project are my containers. These are the guys that I've had from buying other plants, and I always have some sort of containers left over. I never throw all my containers away. I try not to throw any of them away, and I reuse and use and use until it becomes too much, and I kind of like chuck a couple of them. So I have these right here. I have my gloves, and I have my marker, my trusted knives, not forks. And if you saw my earlier video, you'll know why that's funny. So this is, again, these are knives that I have that are that I have so much in the yard, in the house, that I don't know what to do with them but make markers out of them. I've got my permanent Sharpie, and then I have my trusted mix. This is what I mix to jumpstart my bulbs. This is a mix of my mushroom compost and my pine bark soil conditioner. I'm going to mix these up together and then put some in the container, put the bulb in, cover the bulb, depending what the bulb says, if it's going to be 4 inches or 6 inches or even 2 inches in the container. So let's get to planting. All right, guys, so I'm starting out with the Oriental mix, and this is what the bulbs look like. I have another one right here. This is what the bulbs look like. And usually when I buy those Walmart ones, you can't see them because they're in that green plastic, and you kind of have to go by squeezing them and making sure that they're firm and hard, right? But these things have been in plastic since they packaged them. They've been on a truck, they've been on the store shelves, they've been in my car, and then they've been in my garage, and then here we are. So they've been in that plastic bag forever. And I usually don't wait this long to do it, but things were happening. But this is what the bulbs are looking like. And here we have one with the shoot right here. These two white ones here have really, really great shoots. You want to, once you take it out of the plastic bag, you really want to examine the bulb and make sure that this bulb is not rotting or soft or pungy, or it's, something. You can tell when something's off with a lily bulb. And this one looks great. Here is the bottom. The roots look great. Here's another one. This one doesn't look that great. Even though it has roots, you can look at the bulb and see that there's a little bit of damage to it, and it has no shoots, right? Then here's two more pinks. That's in the same container. This one has shoots, and it has a little bit of roots. This one also has shoots and a little bit of roots. And then finally, this last one right here also has shoots. So I'm really happy to see 4 of the 5 have shoots. The one that doesn't, here he is again. I'm gonna plant it separately because I don't want this to be diseased and affect the others. But this is what it looks like. Okay, so I'm gonna plant this by putting it in one of these 2 gallons. The reason is because the lilies need 2 to 4 inches apart. I'm gonna try to see if I can put at least 4 in here because I have a lot of lily bulbs and not enough containers. And just like in my dahlia video, I'm gonna put a bunch of my mix at the bottom. Now, unlike the dahlia video, I put 2 to 3 inches. This one I'm just going to put 2 because the lily is all about the depth, what's actually above the container. So here it is, and I'm going to put, I'm guessing that this is the Casa Blanca because it's white, but I don't know. And it's not really a big deal for me to know right now. I'm just, because it's Oriental, it smells nice. I'm okay with whatever comes up. So here we have one of the Orientals going in. Here's another one. I'm just nestling it in the soil. Here's the pinkish one. And here's the other one. And these are the 4. Now, they're not going to be 4 inches apart. I just don't have the space for that. But it's been okay because they're coming out of the container. This is not their final home. They're coming out in the next 4 to 5 weeks anyway. So here they are. And the instruction says that I'm supposed to put 4 to 6 inches above them. So I'm just going to use my soil mix and kind of just pour it on here. And I actually use this too. And I gauge what the 4 to 6 inches is because I don't pull out a ruler or anything or try to be precise. I think the thing with Oriental lilies is that they were taller than Asiatics, so they are more susceptible when we have bad winds. So that's why they grow a little bit deeper than the other ones. So here's the soil, and then all I do is I use my marker, my trusted knife, and then I just put like Oriental mix because I don't know which one is which. Oriental mix with my permanent marker. I will put a date on in my book to remember exactly when I planted these, and I could also go back to this video to see exactly when these were planted. But this is the first set of Oriental lilies that I'm potting up for the 2025 season. So let me finish potting up all the other lilies. All right. Well, first let's examine the lilies to make sure that they're looking good. I put the one that doesn't look that great to the side so far. So here's another Oriental mix. Okay. Looking good. There's one right here. Here's another one. I'm just looking for shoots and great roots and no mildew. Here's another one. And another one. Oh, here we go. One that doesn't look good. It's like I'm doing the 4 out of 5 today, guys. Here's one that it doesn't look great, I must say. There are no shoots, and the roots are looking kind of like, you know? So I'm going to put that one to the side. And I think I have one more Oriental mix. I do. Here it is right here. I really want to show you what these things look like. This one here, it seems like it's the same one that's not doing well in each of the packages. See it here, right here? No shoots. Here we have shoots right here. This one looks really, really great. And again, they're all firm. Looks great. And yeah, so there's a pattern here, guys. One of the 5 is not doing well, right? Okay, so that's it for these. So let me pot these up, and then we'll move on to another type of lily. Next up is the tiger lilies, one of my favorite lilies. These are really nice orange, and with Home Depot you can actually see. So I was able to really examine these, and they had looked really, really great when I bought them. These are a full sun to partial sun plant. They grow in zones 3 to 9, and they bloom in the summer. Let's see what they look like. All right. And these are in a different medium. This looks like shavings from wood or something. So here's what the bulb looks like. And it's nice and firm. No problems I can see. It looks like a shoot is trying to come out, but it's not there yet. That's the first one. Here's another one. Same thing here is that, and you know why that is? Because these bloom actually later on in the season. But they all have roots under them. Now this one looks kind of rough. I'm pretty bummed about this one here because these were 5 for a whole $10, guys. So this is not looking great. All right? So I'll put that to the side. This one looks okay too. There's the shoot right there. But you can see right there, I think it's because they've been in the bags too long. And they definitely need to come out of that plastic. Here's another one right here. So they don't look absolutely wonderful, but at least I don't see mildew. And I'm kind of I'm not like hurting the thing, but I'm just pressing on it to make sure it's not pungy or soft, or that I don't feel anything that, you know, you can tell when something's not doing great. This one is the one that doesn't look the best. So I'm going to put this to the side and make a decision about what I'm going to do with this one here. But just like the other guys, let me put this here. Just like the other one, I have my container. Again, I'm going to try to put as many in here because I have 10 of these. Well, I'm going to end up probably having only 8. I have my container here, and I'm just going to put just enough to kind of cover the bottom, maybe an inch or 2. Right? And then I nestle the bulb in the container. And for this one, I might only put 3 in here because these ones are bigger bulbs. I'll put 3, as you see in here. And then I'll just cover them 3 to 6 inches. Again, I'm just eyeballing it. I am not measuring anything. And I can gauge it's right there. So let me see, maybe right there. So I might need a little bit more. That's a little less than 4 to 6 inches. So in any case, that's what I do. Let's check out the other bulbs that I got for the tiger lily. Same thing with this one. I forgot how they looked. You know when you plant stuff and I just forgot how they looked when I bought them first. But this is what the bulbs are looking like, guys. The good thing is that they have the roots there. Even though it's last year's roots, they don't have any shoots yet, but that's okay because they are bloomers late in the summer, guys. Okay, here's another one, and here's another one. I'm squeezing, and I don't feel any softness to it. These are they gave me 2 tiny bulbs, this one here. So you just saw me plant those. So So let me finish planting the other tiger lilies, and we'll move on to the gladiolus. Okay, so before we get to the gladiolus, I wanted to show you the remaining lily bulbs. This one here is the mix of the Stargazer and the Presidente that I got from Home Depot for $14.98. And again, I like Home Depot when it comes to bulbs because their bulbs are in see-through plastic and I could really see it while I'm also squeezing to make sure it's nice and firm. So here we have bulbs with nice roots and nice shoots. Doesn't really matter which one is Stargazer or Presidente. They're all going to go the same area. Here's one that doesn't have either. I'm squeezing it. It doesn't feel like anything wrong with it, except for the fact that there's nothing happening on the top. Here's another one with some foliage. That's one bag. Let's try another bag. Here we have, this is not a good sign right here because of that black thing here, but let's just see. Here's another one here. Here's one here with shoots. So I'm going to separate the ones that have shoots and the ones that don't, and then do an extra examination to make sure that these lily bulbs are not sick in any sort of way. And I don't believe that they are. I think this is a combination of them drying out, them being in a plastic bag too long. This one is not going to make it, guys. I can already tell. So I'm definitely going to put that to the side. Let's try another bag. I have, I believe I have 3 bags of these. So here's one with shoots, and the bulb itself is a nice yellowy light colored. That's always good to see. Okay, no foliage here. Take that one out. And the fact that it doesn't have foliage doesn't mean that this, that it's dead or anything. It's just that for my personal edification, I'm definitely going to be separating them to, so I could know whether or not the ones that didn't look great actually made it by putting them in a different container. Okay, so here's some more here. No shoot, but I'm squeezing and I don't see any mildew, so that's okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take some of them that actually have the shoot, and I already have the bottom of these containers with an inch and a half to 2, and I'm going to put them, nestle them in there. Here's one. Here's another one. I'm going to try to get 4 because, again, they are a temporary stay. They're coming out in 5 weeks. Yeah, I'm going to do 4. Then when I take them out this container and plant them in landscape, I'll definitely put them to the 4 to 6 that I'm supposed to put them in the spacing. But because this is a temporary stuff, I'm just trying to get roots under this. I'm just trying to get roots and I'm trying to get foliage so I can plant it out. Okay, so that's looking good. Remember with the bulbs, obviously this is the root, so this goes down and the shoots go up. And I'm going to cover the shoots because I need to cover this bulb 4 to 6 inches. So again, I have my mix here, and I'm just going to gauge it. But for these, because they have shoots, I definitely want to make sure the shoots are covered. We are anticipating, we have fall, spring. We're in February and March. It gets really, really nice. And then it goes back to freezing, and then it comes back again. These lilies don't have any protection right now. They're in containers. They don't have any roots. They don't have any foliage to help them fight off this cold. So you definitely don't want to put these out yet into the landscape. Okay, so that's one. Let me try another one with shoots. Put these in here, nestle it really, really nice in there. And let's try another one with shoots. Again, it doesn't matter which one it is, Stargazer or Stargazer, or what the other one is called, Presidente, because they're all going to be planted in the same area. Okay, one more with shoots. Okay, here it is. So 4 in each container looks like it's going to work out for me, guys. Right? And again, just pour the mix over it. Make sure the shoots are covered as well. And don't forget to mark it. whatever marking system you use. You know, it could be tags, it could be expensive looking, nice looking tags, it could be a knife, it could be just the actual, the actual marker that came with the, you can actually tear this into two and kind of stick it in there. Whatever you decide to do, just do your own system so that whatever works for you. So those are those two. And I'll do the same thing for these guys, and then I'll make sure to mark them, and then we can finally move on to the gladiolus. Finally, we have some gladiolus. They are beautiful in the garden. They have a lot of different colors, and they give you a lot more of the bulbs slash corms for the price. So you're getting 50 bulbs, and it's a mix of all kinds of colors. Really, really, really nice. They are hardy from zones 8 to 10. They do grow kind of tall, so they need to be planted a little bit deeper. It's not very often they tell you to plant something 8 inches, but this one is going to go a little bit deeper. So I have these bigger pots, not bigger, but just as big as what I had in the other ones, to make sure that I can fit these gladiolus in here. So this is what they look like, guys. It's pretty easy to see, you know, where's up and where's down, because the pointy side will always be up and the flat side will always be at the bottom, right? Some of them might have roots from last year, some of them won't, but they're okay. So here you can tell that's the bottom, here's the top, because that's the pointy side. Okay, so I have my 3 pots here, and just like the other plants, just like the lilies, I'm just going to nestle it in here, and I'm just going to try to put as many in here as possible. Hopefully I can fit 10. Okay, here's the bottom, here's the top. Don't know if I'll be able to fit 10 though, but let's see. So it looks like 8 is the magic number for these guys here. For all 3 containers, I got in either 7 or 8 in these containers, and I ran out of containers, guys. I don't have any more. So I'm going to cover these guys up, mark them up, and then we can go over all of them. And again, this one goes 8 inches, guys. So a lot more coverage for this particular one here, simply because it will flop over if it doesn't have the strength, or if it's not completely rooted in and deep enough to fight off these bad winds that we're going to get. You might come out one day and see your beautiful gladiolus on the ground, guys. So that's that for the gladiolus. I just need to cover them all the way up. So 8 inches, even though I'm not measuring it, to me 8 inches is like this, the length of a cell phone, like a Droid or something, and then maybe 2 more inches after that, right? That's that. And then all I have to do, guys, is water these in. I don't soak my bulbs. I know some folks soak their bulbs. I do not. I just make sure it's completely watered in. And then I don't water it again because it's going to go in the garage. I won't keep these outside. So here they all are. And my final step is to kind of water this in. I don't soak my bulbs before I plant them. As you noticed, I just kind of took them out the container, examined them, and then planted them. But I make sure I give them a thorough water before I take them in the garage. I make sure this water drains all the way out and completely, and then I kind of carry these into the garage. These guys don't have any root system or any foliage to help them out, so I definitely don't want to keep these guys wet. Definitely want to keep them moist, and I definitely want to make sure the bulb is completely moisturized. So this is what I'm going to do. So these were all the Presidentes and Stargazers. Over here is where we have the glads. These little pots, I was able to force like 3 of them in here, but this is where most of the glads are. And I'm going to water this until I see water come out of the bottom. And then once the water comes out the bottom, I know it's completely and thoroughly watered. Finally, here we have the tiger lily. And then on the other side, I have the Casa Blanca and the other Oriental mix. That's pretty much my process, guys. I'm going to make sure every last one of these pots is completely watered so that I can take them inside of the garage. Let me know what your process is when you're jump starting, or whether or not you even jump start your bulbs, whether or not you keep them outside or you keep them in a greenhouse. I don't have a greenhouse yet, but my garage is unheated. This is where I'm going to put it, and it does get sunlight depending on how the sun moves. So that's what I've done for the last 3 years, and that has worked quite fine for me. Let me know what you think. Please like, please share, please subscribe. Remember, hit that notification bell so when I put out a new video, you'll be one of the first people to know. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.